Hello, everybody. It's Tom Hughesby here tonight, and I'm excited to share with you about the Ingresso Cybernetico's super simple pages. Excuse me. I was back there playing around with them yesterday and today, and they're shaping up pretty nice. It's got a really cool deal back there. It's looking like it's real simple to use. I'm going to show you the basics today. Give everybody a couple weeks to play around with it, and then we'll follow up with an advanced some point in the future. So we're going to try and keep this training down to about 30 minutes. If you guys got questions, definitely type them in the inbox. I will disable public chat just so it's not a distraction, so you can ask me directly if you have any questions, okay? The first thing I want to do, hey, Vicky. The first thing I want to do is just make sure that you can hear me okay. So type in number 7 to hear me okay. I'm going to get a screen share going here in just a second, okay? All right. Let's go from there. Now, when you go to your dashboard in Ingresso Cybernetico, you're going to click on IC Website Creator. All right. If you haven't already set that up, you're going to pick like a username for it or whatnot. And then after it's set up, it'll say My CMS. Just click Log into CMS Admin Panel. Okay. And that's where I'm going to start from here. And we're going to go and share the screen. Right there. Present to everyone. Okay, now you should be able to see my screen, and we're at the admin side of the super simple pages. So type in number 3. Type in number 3 if you can go ahead and see the screen now, and we'll get rolling. I know some people are just now coming on. This will be recorded, guys. It will be recorded, so you will be able to see that. It should be up in your back office at some point. Plus, of course, you will be able to see it on the Ingresso Cybernetico YouTube channel. It will be listed there for you as well, if you don't want to wait for it to get there. Hey, Bob. Glad you made it out tonight, buddy. Monique. All right, a lot of awesome people showing up tonight. Cool beans. So let's dive right in now. I'm going to minimize this, so I won't be able to see chat for a little bit. What I like you guys to do is just do private chat, so it's not a distraction. But it's up to you guys. All right. So just leave it on private if you can. I'll check questions here in a couple of minutes. Let me see if I can move this over and where I can still see them. Yeah, if I do that, I can still see the chat. There we go. Let me answer a question here real quick. Hold on. It says, do we have to use the same domain names as we have with IC? No, it actually gives you one. You're not actually using a domain name. If I said that, here, just look at mine. Here's an example right here. If you see the screen, it says site URL. I picked Traveler. Okay, just made that up, and basically what mine would be is my username that I picked out, and then it's supersimplepages.com. So you can pick something else if you want to. Cool beans, right? All right. So if you're looking at this right here, so I actually need to pull this up. I probably need to change how I'm doing this. Let's see if you can see that. New tab, new window, new tab. So if I switch to there, can you guys see? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right, so that's what it looks like right now. You see the main body. I just started playing around with that welcome side right there, right? And now we're going to go back over to the edit side, and you should be able to see that too. All right, so it's working right. I said to test that before we start going. Anyways, but this is actually pretty cool, and you're gonna like it because it's a real simple way to have a website. So you can basically go scroll down right here, manage your pages, upload images, get using the blog. Okay, so let's start with manage your pages. Homepage, about us, contact us, terms and conditions, and privacy policy, right? So you can view it by clicking right there, or what I like to do is just have it open in another window, right? So like right there, you can see it. And then I can, if I do something over here, right, change it, I'll bounce over here, refresh the page, and then see how it looks. That's just the way I like to do it. To me, because I build websites all the time too, I like to do it that way because for one, it just makes it easier and faster. So you can do it however you want, all right? So let's just show you how I'm just going to show you the basics tonight. So the home page, you got right there, about us. Let's go to about us. You're going to click the little blue button right there. That's what you can do to edit it, right? So right here, it pops up. You're going to be on the detail pages first. And guys, if you got, I can see the chat. So if you got questions at any time, just go ahead and type it in there because I really love the interaction versus just talking the whole time, wondering if you're hearing me. So chatting's cool. Go ahead. Ask away anything you want. If it gets coming too fast, I'll tell you to slow down or something, all right? But anyway, so you got the details right here, page name, about us. You can change it. Parent is going to be the top level. You can put it wherever you want. I would leave it on top level. That's the way it's set. But you can actually change that around to nest it under other pages if you want to. Path, about us. You wouldn't really want to change that right there if you're leaving that the same, right? Templates, default column, 3 column, 2 column. So default 1 column. That's just going to make, we're talking about us, right? So let's go there and show it to you. See how it's 1 column like that right there? Let me show you how this works when you change that. Pretty basic stuff, but I want to make sure you guys know how this works for you. I don't think I have to save it there, do it? Yeah, I do. Save changes here, right there. Right? And then we'll go back over here. I haven't refreshed it yet, so you can see that it's still 1 column. Refresh the page. Boom, 2 column. See? There's nothing in the new column. It squished all that down to 1. You still got your slider up here, which you'll be able to edit, of course, right? And then you have a 2 column page. So you get the idea how that works. It'd be the same on any page, changing them from 1 to 2. Back there. Save. And again, you can view the pages through here. I just like to do it my way. Page titled. So this right here, can you guys see the top? They got this banner on it now with Google Hangouts here, so it's green, but it blocks my view at the very top of my screen. But I think you can see this up here. You see how on this one it says Success Engineer, or on this one right here it says Cybernetical Live, right? That is going to be page title right here. See how it says this will display in the title bar of the browser. So that's whatever you want to type there. If you want to leave it about us, that's fine. But if you're making a fresh page, you can have that say whatever you want. Okay. Meta description. This is going to be for search engines if you're actually going to get that page ranked or whatnot. And then meta keywords, right? You can actually pick if it's available in navigation, if it's been published or not, and then who can edit it. So you could actually have other users at some point, I guess, do this. But right now it's set to admin only, which is you, right? And I got a question coming in. I'm going to check it real quick to see if it's relevant to tonight's training. Hold on. Yes. So, okay, that's a great question, actually. So, yeah, let's just be clear. When you first go to it, since I didn't show that part, basically, yeah, you're going to come to a part. I'm going to read the question. It says, this is a backtrack, so that's fine. So on the very first screen, it shows my CMS, and it has a blank area for the domain name. And so we can put in a new domain name there instead of the IC domain name. And correct? And yes, that is correct. Basically, you can put it. It's just going to be. It's basically you're not creating a new domain because it's based off Super Simple Pages. You're creating a subdomain off Super Simple Pages, and that's what's going to be yours, right? So yeah, it's different than the domain that you have over on separate hosting with IC. If you set all that up, that's totally different from this. Totally separate. Good question. All right, so you got an idea how this works right here. Now I'm going to show you how to change the content, okay? So you got the content right here. I think I changed it back. Did I save it? Yeah, so I changed it back to just one column, and it changed it back over there right away, right? And another thing is, since I'm logged in, I can edit right from here, but I'm showing you guys over here. When you go to content, right, it just pulls that over, and then you can edit the page however you want, right? So let me just give you an idea how that works. So say, leave this part right here alone where it's got the hashtags about us. That has to do with the H1, H2. It's like their own coding in here basically, right? So if you wanted to add a picture right here, okay, in between, say you typed in whatever text you want right there and you want to have a picture, right? So you come over here. If you guys can see this, you still see that good? Yeah, you should be able to. So you're going to come right over here where it says B for bold, I is italics, then H1, H2, H3. That's regular header tags like you're used to over in WordPress. URL is so you can hyperlink something. Let's say we wanted to hyperlink this right here. I'm going to show you guys this all at once so you can get started. And then what I want to do, the next time we meet up for this, if you can be on the same webinar, I want you to send me the links. You can do it in chat when you're on live with me if you want, or email it to me ahead of time. But so I can just show some people some examples of pages that have been built already. So if you're cool enough to do that, I will actually give you some props and share it on the next time we do a webinar about super simple pages. All right. So anyways, you just click the URL right there and pops up. Enter the web address that you want that to link to. Okay. So let's google.com there for that. And then, so you're looking at it basically in edit mode, so it's not going to look hyperlinked, right? but it is because it's got its own programming language there. It's not like WordPress at all, but this is a complete separate HTML website, and they've made the editor very. I mean, I'm pretty amazed at what the programmers have done here, because they've went from scratch and built something phenomenal. I mean, if you know anything about programming and stuff, this is pretty awesome what they did. Trust me. All right, so that's an idea how to hyperlink it, right? Let's go over here and refresh. It should show the hyperlink. Did I refresh? Oh, I didn't save yet. Hold on, guys. Let's wait until I put the picture in. We'll look at it all at the same time, okay? And then the pictures, see that little right there? It looks like an image. Just click that. Now, I've already uploaded the image right here. You got the logo right there, and I uploaded just a little something from Prodigy Ball right there, and you see how it shows that right there? And then this right here will save it, the little green arrow. So that saves the changes. You see how it throws in there right away? Right? So I've added a picture, and I've got the hyperlink right there. So it looks like it's worked, but I want to show you the example over here. See? Boom. So this right here should go to Google. Let's test it. Boom. You see that? Back over there. And then you got your image right here. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you can make a nice, clean looking website fairly quick with this. So pop in any questions you got so far, and we'll come back over and we'll just keep showing you some more stuff on this. We're going to have you out of here at about 25 minutes after the hour tonight, guys. That just shows some of the versions. If you saved some, maybe you built something and you didn't like the way it looked, then you can revert back to an older version. So that's basically how that is right there, right? So we're going to go back to all pages. This is how you get to home, about us, contact us, terms and condition, privacy policy, right? That's how you get to those. Then you have the blog, okay? So on the blog part, we can go to all posts. There's some sample posts in there, right? Title, categories. So if you want to add categories, right? I know someone said, wow, this is really, it's pretty cool. I'm really impressed with what they've done so far. I mean, what I want to do is have a lot of you guys out there. I'm not sure on that. I haven't actually tried to scale a picture down to a smaller size. It makes it fit, because that picture that I used is actually a huge picture. It's over like 1100 wide. So it scaled itself down to that window. And what I think it does is automatically to know, so it doesn't stick outside that window. You know, like on WordPress, if you put in too big of a picture, say your window was 580 wide, like a lot of the old ones are. Someone said no question. So, but yeah, on WordPress, if you use a picture that's too wide, and then a lot of formats, different browsers and stuff, it'll stick out. What this is doing here, it's automatically for you to squeeze it down to full width. So if that was a smaller picture, it would be smaller. Since it was huge, it squeezed it down to as big as it could be and still fit in that window. Okay, does that make sense? Because these, I'm pretty sure these are going to be mobile responsive, so it'll shrink and grow with whatever device you're looking at it on. Does that make sense to you guys? Complete mobile responsive is what I'm seeing Jatine and the crew put together down there. So I haven't tested that yet, but it should be. The header, are you talking the, well, I'll get to that because I'm trying to work on that myself and show you how to do it. But if I can't figure it out on this one tonight, they call that thing a slider, which is what's up there right now. Yeah, you should be able to change out that slider. I just haven't got to that part yet. That's this part right. Go back to home here. You're talking about this part right here. Oh, you mean this part right here? Yeah, just click that right there. You can change the image right there. That part. I thought you meant the slider. We're going to get to the slider here in a minute. But yeah, right here you can change that picture out to whatever you want. If you wanted to make your own little logo or whatnot right there, definitely that's where it would be. And if it was bigger, it would push this down a little bit and make a nice banner right there. Cool, cool. So that's out of there. Back over to here. And so you guys get an idea how it works here. Anyway, so categories. If you want to add some new ones, just click update. And it'll tell you you're going to lose any savings from right there. But you can go over here and add. You post add category. If it had like if you're editing a sample post, right? It's going to have a couple in there. You just add them and save them. There was 3, so I changed them to Ingresso Cybernetico, Cybernetico Live, and Prodigy Bar. I just changed the existing 3 that was there. But you can also add a category. And let's say we wanted to say training, right? And just click add category, and it pops up right down there. Pretty simple. Back over to pages. Go to all pages. And then we want to go to blog. All posts. I think we were working on this one right here. I'm going to cover working on this part right here, the slider, in the next training we do. I'm going to get you guys started on how to do all of this first and make some of the basic changes. So good to go on that. Type in any questions that you have at this point in time. And we're going to go over here and show you how to do the H1, H2, H3. Because, you know, like my old formula for WordPress would be, you know, get the keyword in there, approximately 2% density, you know, and then have your keyword in the H1, H2, H3 tag. So it's like, okay, how do you do it using this system right here? So here's how you do it, right? So right here, if you wanted to type in something, highlight it and just type in H1. You see how it does that? It push the one little deal there because we're in edit mode, right? And let's go down here. It actually gives you an idea of how it looks right here, just text-wise, and then this would be your edit screen up here. So let's go here. This is H2. All right, and then highlight it. You get the idea. That's what it does right there. You see how it shows the different header tags just like you would in WordPress. This is H1, this is H2. The excerpt is what's going to show when you post on social media, whatnot. Tags, publish, yes, no, allow comments, yes or no, so you can turn it on or off, right? And then, of course, the publish date. This is when this was made up in testing, and I'm editing one, so you can't change the publish date on one I'm editing. So you could just do that from a fresh post, of course. It would have the current date for you. And then, of course, H3. I think you guys are getting the idea here, right? There, highlight it, type that in right there. Anything you want to bold or italicize, just real simple kind of editor type stuff here. Bold that. See how it puts the stuff down there. And then you click down here and then it pulls up. You see how I bolded it? See if we want to italicize that right there. Doesn't show a difference there. Click down here and then it shows it all being italicized. So that's kind of how that editor works right there. It's pretty basic type stuff. Now I want to go and let's save changes right there. And then go over here, click blog. There you go. See how it looks over here? Very cool stuff, right? So it's a good another website you're going to be able to use. Over here, let's go back and find. I'll try and figure out how to do that. That one deal for you guys. I just haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to cover that on the next one. I'm not seeing a way to fix that quite yet, guys. To be honest with you. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can get started, start putting your content in there, right? Start putting your content in, filling it up. Use it like a blog, a custom website. There's going to be more stuff they're adding to this. It's kind of why we were putting off training on this in the beginning, was because I'll make sure they get everything in there. So, but there's going to be more and more to come. I'm not sure how much of it I can talk about right now, but this is going to be simply amazing once you get that done. And yeah, I really think you're going to love it. So let me just click on this and just see if we can just take that out. I'd be curious if you can just take the image out. I think you got to put something in there. Here's one I did from one of the other webinars. Let's just see how it looks. See if it takes it or not. It might be a size limit. Oh, it's the wrong button. That's what I was trying to click. Okay, so it shrinks it way down. That's just a banner I had from Alicia's replay webinar. So yeah, you keep a small image up in there, basically is what that is. So cool beans there. Now if I'm... Has anybody that's on here yet started using this? Yeah, own logo, definitely right up here. I'll show you how it looks with a logo. I got one here of my own. You get an idea, but it'll shrink it down. If anybody has actually started using this already, and you got a link for it, type it in there. Let's check it out. So when you're editing right on the page, you get it done in there, and then fix that up there. Yeah, Bob, it's fairly new. It's been in there for a couple weeks now. Haven't really talked about it because we're working on so many other things, but it's far enough along now you can start to use it. Cool. Yeah, just start getting some of your content in there and get the basics. I'm gonna have to honestly, guys. I'm embarrassed to tell you this in a webinar right here, but this part right here, I thought I had it figured out how to edit it, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and double check on that. I'm just not seeing a button to do it here, and then we'll cover that on the next training because I plan on having. They got a couple more things to do back here. And once that's done, I want to do part 2 of this training. And basically what I'm going to do is have a page built out so you can get an idea of what it looks like. You guys can have some of yours done or whatnot, and then we'll finish it up from there. But you can see some images, like it cut this image off. So this needs to be narrower looking. You can just play around with it and see what's going to work best. Oh, here's max size in pixels. See if that changes it at all. Let's try it again. Let's cut it down to 100 on height. That changes. There we go. So about a 100 pixel height is what they're looking for the logo part right there. I'll give you an idea how that works right there. But and then when we do the next one, we're going to cover a little bit in depth. I want to show you how to upload images, right? So you have them ready to go. You just click the manage images part right there, and then you can do it in a zip file, or you can just upload them individually like that. And this pops up right here. You can even be able to search or put a folder in there or whatnot. So let's go ahead and just search for an image for an example. Show you how that works. Just throw anything up in there. Let's put my old regimental crest up in there, just for an example, okay? Right there. And then that's how you get your images in there. Then when you're going to go add them from that drop-down window, they're already going to be in there for you. And of course, the image is the little blue pencil-looking thing right there. You can click on that, right? And then you can change description, reference, max size, however you want. If you want to change anything right there, right? And then, of course, you can edit that picture as well and just delete it out of there. So say I want to delete my logo out. Just delete that. Click OK, and it's gone. So you got the basics of how that works. If you want to upload any files, you can do that. You want to add a new page from scratch, you do right there. You pick the page name, the path, how you're going to get there and whatnot. It'll probably fill in. Let's see how that works. Yeah. Once you click down there, it's going to pop whatever you make the page name. Basically, it's going to populate itself. Then I wouldn't mess with it, right? So leave that alone. And you can fill the rest in there. That's how you work when you're making a new page. Everything else is the same as I showed you earlier, as far as page title, meta description, meta keywords, all that type of stuff. And it's still a draft until you decide to publish it. Okay. Gives you an idea. And then content, of course, over here. You can do whatever you want to with the content, basically. We didn't finish filling this out first, so we'll finish filling all that out. And then you can pop over here. But, oh, you know what I did test too? Let me show you this. It's kind of cool. The contact us page, I actually tested this today, right? You can change that to make whatever you want, but you put your first name, last name, email address, and type whatever you want in there and hit submit. It's instantly sent to your email that you have with Ingresso. So like if you have your Gmail or whatever personal email you're using, whatever the customer wants to send you, it goes through instantly. This part works flawlessly right here. You're going to love that. And that's about it. It's just kind of the basic training for tonight. I'm going to figure out that one other thing and cover it when we go into the advanced stuff once the rest of the stuff is done over here and kind of go from there. So any questions you got, type them in there and we'll go from there, okay? Questions can be about the super simple pages, or we'll open it up for another 5 minutes for any questions related to Ingresso or Cybernetic Live, okay, guys? We'll give about another minute because I know there's about a 90-second delay, but just any questions you got about this stuff right here, let's go ahead and cover it. Ask away over there in the chat box. And then if you think of a question after we're done, save it. We'll do another one here pretty soon. Cool. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. I think this is going to be pretty cool too, and there's going to be more to come. Like I said, I don't know how much I can give away right now, but it's from what I've seen, it's going to knock your socks off. Trust me. No questions. All right, cool. I'll give it just a little bit longer. So if you got anything, type it in there, and we'll answer them. They can be about other stuff too. Anything to do with what we're doing here. You can even ask Prodigy Bar question if you want. That's fine. But yeah, definitely start playing around with these. Get some of your content over there. You know, if you want to have your own website and whatnot. And then that last little thing that I got to figure out how to teach you how to do is going to be that slider. And I'll get back to you on that. Everybody's saying no questions. Okie doke, guys. I'm not seeing more questions pop up, so that's good. I'll get you started on this, enough to get you in trouble, right? and then we'll cover some more when we go into the advanced training. That's just a basic training for super simple pages. So appreciate you coming out tonight. Have a great one. Enjoy your weekend if I don't see you or talk to you somewhere out in Facebook land or whatnot between now and then. And we'll see you next week on the next training. Of course, we're going to have training on Tuesday and Thursday next week. If you missed the Prodigy Bar webinar, if you guys want to take a look at that, then the recording will run next week until we have something new to say. Basically, we'll run that recording for about a week or so. Okay, here's a couple questions real quick. Cool. Good deal. Widgets are a thing of WordPress, and this is not WordPress, so not think you're going to have that. And then it says here, do we have any new videos to Market IC? Have you seen? If you log into your back office there, when you go to your links now, there's a separate video for each one on those links, so you can use those if you want. Some of the people, through Prodigy Bar, they're actually requesting that Dwayne's video off the front, where him there wearing a shirt and tie and whatnot talking. That one, they're actually wanting to use that in their sales funnel, so you could use that one as well. Any of the presentations that I've done, you're welcome to use. Definitely, you got my permission to do that. All righty then. Thanks a lot for coming out, guys. If you got any more questions, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.